And we are back. Welcome to another edition of the Sports War. And we are back. We got the full crew in the house. That is what it's all about. The Yankees, out of any team in the league, are the best equipped to handle a blow like this.
I think there is a higher power at play here. He's due law of averages. That dude is the ultimate scrub. It's trash. Yeah. Every person you have in there is fucking trash.
Next game, you're going to see a big performance. You can see it in the end of the game, and I'm just totally stoked and excited for this.
And we are back. Welcome to another edition of the Sports Pour here on a Monday. Barnes and Tony, once again, what's going on, brother?
Not much. Excited to be here, dude. You said it. New week, new Monday, dude. Week 7 down in the books.
Almost down.
Basically.
Two
Two games. Yeah, whatever. But in any case, dude, October 20th, kind of crazy, dude. We're approaching Halloween, dude. November on the corner. And it was still pretty warm today, so I guess it's all right.
Yeah, really warm over the weekend. The golf with Josh B.
Crazy. I heard he was in rare form.
The darts. I know Tony always gets around for a good dart.
Of course, dude.
The darts, the claws, the shots. He definitely had some pipes with the driver. And it was just a great time. And I didn't know, actually, he knew, I guess, but I didn't even realize that what's it called? That course, supposedly, he heard from his friend, is going to go private the next 2 years and then be a county course. So could be the last time we play it for a little bit.
Tax
purposes, skimming a little off the top for tone.
Oh, yeah, dude, for sure.
And yeah, so but it was a great time, honestly. And I was telling him, I hope we get another round in. And also, and I see him and Ernie are in here, that him, Ernie, and Kev went to the driving range yesterday. Saw one picture, didn't really hear too much. But if they could elaborate at all, I would love to hear it, honestly.
Yeah, sure. And you got to appreciate that. You know, like late in the season, boys finally getting out there, getting after it, dude. You know, it's great to see. You know, gonna be jacked up for next golf season, dude. Who knows? And I'm surprised. I feel like Ernie, you know, first very combative. Very combative with the golf. Can't really watch it, snoozing.
Caucasity.
The caucasity of it. Now all of a sudden he's caught
there.
in the web of caucasity, dude.
He's there. He's dialed. All of that stuff. But more, fellas, more. I just see emojis from Josh. Like, let's have some highlights. Something, Josh. Like, were you feeling good? Are you feeling like you're shooting a 90 next time you go out there now? Like, what are we talking? But what else we got?
Yes, of course, dude. Speaking of the boys here, Josh be saying, "Yo, what up, fam?"
Josh B.
And then Ernie with the year. And he says, "Let's effing go Packers." Mika earned his check this week, as he's been all year. He says Giants pulled off a Madden type loss. And then Josh B with the golf emojis, happy. Nothing specific though. And
is that a little like, you know?
Like maybe he's not happy with it himself. Like,
is that like when they say, you know, will the quarterback be starting next week? No comment.
We're on to Cincinnati.
Yeah.
Ernie says, if Josh wasn't the godfather to my kid, I would not have been there. LMAO.
I wouldn't have if Josh. Well, I don't understand that.
Like he's saying he was just there to hang out with Josh, like not really for the golf.
No, but
like
Ernie, but he's sending me pictures of clubs. I feel like Ernie is excited.
So he's just like playing games.
If anybody could elaborate. Did I mess with it?
Yeah. I think you touched the XLR at the bottom. Hit this at the bottom. This part right here. Yeah.
Hit it.
Like, can you pull it out and put it back in? Like, press the, you see the button. There's a safety button. Yeah. Now
Are we good?
I think we're good.
But like more elaboration, fellas.
Honestly, that'd be great. I think,
what is it, corporate America?
I don't know.
Today?
Yeah, I mean, I guess so. Maybe they're not in the dumps,
or maybe
dude.
tight. Honestly.
Yeah, right?
Ernie not tight though about the 3 sacks. Who's calling?
No, of course not. No one's calling, dude. That was just I guess a calendar notification for something.
Wow.
I guess we'll see.
Very...
But I feel like even Ernie being he's playing coy right now.
Yeah.
Okay, he enjoyed it. You know, he's kind of like, swinging the club is kind of fun.
Yeah.
Huh?
It's kind of like when we're all pumped for the Yankees, like going in the sauna for 10 minutes, and come back out. There's a facetious laugh. Josh B leading the charge with the "I told you so"s. And then it's good to hear from Matt Bruh.
Yeah, dude. He says, "Morning, bros. Man, the Jets sure suck. Pure pain watching them." And I would imagine that's how most everyone feels really about them.
Oh, yeah.
Like it's nothing new there.
Yeah, no, absolutely. But if we could go to the world of the National Football League.
This kid is special, man. This you didn't even think to do that.
Gonna run for it, he got it, and there he goes. Oh, the play of the year in the NFL. Throws intercepted by Surtain. Nobody's gonna catch him. Jones through the end zone, touchdown. Quincy Williams leveling Murray. There he goes. Jamar Chase. Touchdown Bengals. Stafford, Williams. What a hit by Buda Baker. Buda Baker just saved the touchdown.
Today's NFL segment is brought to you by Velvet Llama, premium canned cocktails crafted by NYC bartenders with a playful spirit. Enjoy their award-winning espresso martini with Italian espresso and chocolate notes, the crisp mascot mule with Nigerian ginger, or the spicy margarita with organic agave and jalapeno. These ready-to-drink treats are made with the finest ingredients. Grab yours at velvetllama.com and ride the smooth wave with Velvet Llama. And while I'm taking a call for 2 seconds, if you could just go to those comments and just give me 1 second.
Oh, yeah, I'll go to the comments, dude. Let's go to the comments, dude. Brian, take a phone call. Velvet Llama. All right, so let's get dialed in here. A couple comments here. Let's see. Josh B says, Maddie, bruh, we jet what we jet and we don't get upset. Josh loves those, dude. He loves saying that. But yeah, I mean, and then Goon Collector, tough. I thought, interesting. All right, here we go. Goon Collector in here says, I thought the Yankees were the most devastating New York loss I was going to see for my team this season. Of course, I should have known the New York Giants wouldn't let that slide. I want Bowen sent to G-Bay, dude. Are you kidding me? Less than 6 minutes. You let them come back with 33 in the fourth. Yeah, I mean, there's, that's never been done before, right? That comeback, to be down that much, to be up that much, and to blow it in the fourth quarter like that. But I mean, again, I don't know. I mean, I'm kind of like a little bit on Brian's side when it comes to talking about, the New York sports teams, at least for the football season. It's just like, I don't know. I mean, like, are we really that surprised? Like,
no, the Dave panic attack this morning. I really want to hear Dave talk about for 20 minutes. He's so distraught. Dave, they're not making the playoffs anyway.
I mean, they're not.
Start looks good. Get over it. It's fine. Like, we don't need the theatrics.
I mean, I guess you're worried about his ankle or whatever, but it's not like I don't know, like for both teams. Like,
it's a miserable Monday. Dave, you're not making the playoffs. You're probably not going to be 500. Get over it.
Like, it's going to be miserable anyway. Like, it's every day. Every day. It's always been miserable. The entire season is going to be miserable. It's like, I don't know. I don't know. A lot of people talk about it like it's a big surprise. Yes, devastating loss. Yes, never seen it before in the NFL. And yeah, it is, for both organizations. I mean, it's just like every week is just another knock towards management, coaching. What are you doing over there?
I mean, somebody messed with this.
I mean,
but no, it's coming into the year. I said it. I mean, I think both teams are very equal. Now it's completely different. I mean, the Giants seem like they're set up for years. Seem like Dart's the guy. Scatabo as well. And the Jets just seem like they have. If you could play the soundbite, they have
what?
The Jets have absolutely.
Oh, there's nothing, dude.
There's nothing. Right? So, I mean, it's just completely different. And they're talking about playing Tyrod. Don't play Tyrod. Play Justin. We need to lose every game. I mean, come on.
Yeah, again, I don't know. I mean, at this point of the season for both teams, it's like, what really is your goal? I mean, it should be like, Giants should be looking at it as like you were saying, like, yes, you have like a quarterback you can look forward to in terms of the future, but it's like you want to get like the coaching staff out of there. Like, you want to bring in a new coach, someone better.
A lot of people calling for Shane Bowen, the defensive coordinator, to be fired.
I mean, again, but I mean, yeah, as you should be. I mean, listen, if you get rid of your head coach, you're gonna lose your OC and your defensive coordinator too.
So I think just lose the DC right now. Dude. But it's like Dave, like, you know what I mean? I literally had to go to NFL radio. I just wanted to hear about the other games. I didn't need to hear, like, it was really. He's so distraught. I'm not doing it. I just want to say, I know you're looking at me like it was my fault. But I didn't do it.
Oh my god. All right. You got it? All right, I hear you.
Are we good? I don't know. It still sounds weird.
No, yeah, because it's not coming through at all, dude.
Do you want to look at it?
Yeah, I guess I probably should,
I
huh?
can sit there for a second.
Oh, you want to sit over here?
I mean,
Dude, the voice changer, dude. Yeah, dude, of course.
I know it's good. Just in case. I mean, I haven't sat in this chair for a while. Let me tell you guys. Yeah, I mean, basically, I'm trying to see where you were. I should probably just let you do this, but yeah. Did you read Goons?
I stopped at Jackson Dart. That's the one you should pick up on.
Jackson Dart looked like he wanted to cry, dude. And then Matt Bruh saying it's not worth getting upset, but man, it's just embarrassing how they continue to get worse every game, every year. It's true, but yeah, definitely not worth upset. Ernie saying about ruffling the feathers in the TCA chat, source of entertainment, the ups and downs of emotions.
Ernie's just causing chaos.
Trolling.
Yeah.
And then Goon talking about it's not how we lost. It's not that we lost. It's how we lost. And then Josh B saying that he's numb to it, Maddie. And then he fumbled the mic. Another L for Giants fans. Oh, snap! We're switching. Okay, this is awkward. What is happening? Josh B says, ha ha ha. But listen. You know, it's like I said, especially with the Jets, it's like, who cares? Is that all good, by the way?
I think so, right? I mean, I'm moving it around right now.
I mean, I could start playing like crazy sounds,
good,
but then I'll probably like get us off air, so I'll just go back. But I just said it's been a while. We're over for the gaming corner next couple of weeks. We'll be back. Kind of sick.
Gaming corner next couple weeks.
Anyway, let's just do the full. You know, we're not going to be like Dave and just focus on the Giants. But we could just talk about the full, you know, slate of games. Obviously, it started in London. I mean, there's not really too much to talk about in this game. Obviously, the Rams, as everybody knows now, brings down the hammer, 35-7, and all 35 of those points. 5 Matthew Stafford touchdown passes, and doing this without his top target in Puka Nacua.
Mm-hmm.
But the Rams are now 5-2. Stafford going 21-33, 182, the 5 touchdowns. 3 of those to Devontae Adams, only had 5 for 35. But he really spread the ball out, you know, through to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 different receivers, including Konata Mumfield, who caught his first career touchdown passes, completed passes, I believe, to 4 different tight ends. So the Rams are rolling right now at 5-2. You know, the defense did great, sacking Lawrence 7 times. You know, didn't do a great job on the running game. You know, did let up 5 yards a carry, just under 100 yards. And Travis Hunter scoring his first career touchdown in the league, 8 for 101. But the Rams are 5-2. You know, in control of the NFC West, it feels like. You know, coming up, you got the Saints and then a big matchup with the 49ers, who they lost to earlier in this year. That was one of their 2 losses, the other being the Eagles. But obviously still early. You know, we're not even at halfway point here. But boy, is it just me, Tony, or does this not seem like the best Rams team they've had since they won the Super Bowl 5 years ago?
Yeah, it does seem that way. And, you know, like you mentioned, like without their number 1 receiver, I mean, Nacua was like putting up points all season long, you know? So I feel like you were almost like circling this game as, you know, maybe not necessarily a Rams loss, but one where they would, you know, struggle offensively, at least a little bit, you know, but it just seemed like that, you know, Stafford and the boys were striving, you know, Kyron Williams was, you know, pumping his legs a lot on the ground. And again, even to Stafford's point too, I mean, the back injury, you know, like people, the whole, and then like he has not lost a step, dude. And it's like 5 passing touchdowns. Like that's sick, dude. And again, making, you know, young receivers look good. Like that's what a good quarterback does. So the Rams are humming. And also to your point, it does seem like, you know, the Jags are maybe a little bit of a lost cause. Not to say Trevor Lawrence is. He didn't have a terrible game, I guess.
But it's still just not going to be, I think, what Shad Khan had in mind, especially when he brought Urban Meyer out of retirement.
Yeah.
I think back then that was with Lawrence. Here we are with Lawrence now, 2 coaches later, and it feels like we're in the same spot.
The exact same spot. I mean, you look at this game in terms of their perspective. I mean, their numbers weren't bad. Like, you look at some of their team stats, it's like, they were doing well, but it was just, big moments in the red zone. Like, you're not converting on those third downs. You're not scoring in the red zone. Like, you only put up 7 points the entire game, and 7 of those points came in the fourth quarter. So it's like you just, I don't know what it is. It just seems like that. Almost like you said, I mean, obviously the Urban Meyer thing, like any coach that Trevor Lawrence has had, it just has not worked. And it seems to be like a personnel or like a chemistry thing. Cause like shit is just hitting the fan over there, dude.
Yeah.
That doesn't make any sense.
Everybody got all up in arms about me making fun of Cohen, the fishing jacket, Duval, but here we are. And the Jags have lost their last 2. So we'll see if they can, recover the magic after the bye against the lifeless Las Vegas Raiders.
Lifeless.
And the Bears beat the lifeless New Orleans Saints 26-14 to move to 4-2, 4 straight wins after 2 straight losses to start the season. DeAndre Swift, one of his best games as a Bear, $124 and a score. Caleb Williams, 15 of 26, 172 and a pick. But they ran for 222 yards on the ground. Besides Swift, Kyle Mongai, the 7th-round pick from Rutgers, has 81 yards and a touchdown. The Bears defense sacking Rattler 4 times, 3 picks. So, of course, it's the Saints. You can't get too riled, but I think the Ben Johnson era is getting off to a great start. They'll be in Baltimore next Sunday. So it'll be interesting to see with Lamar back. Is that going to be a good game or are the Ravens still a disaster? But I think it's definitely hats off to Ben Johnson, because this Bears team has been a mess for a while. And I know Williams didn't have his best game, but 4-2 start for them when they've been in shambles. I mean, that's a pretty good start.
Yeah, dude, that's great. And I would think a lot of it is coming from, the culture, the coach, obviously bringing over what he knows from Detroit to Chicago here. But I mean, I don't know. I feel like Caleb Williams, some people I think almost wrote him off last year.
Right. Right.
And I know it's like that one pick, whatever. It's the Saints. Who cares? But you said, I mean, they've had a couple good games this season. So it seems like they're building on quite a few good things. And I like Swift.
Yeah. Yeah, no. And I like their other, Dunze didn't have a big game or anything. Same thing with Moore, but they're good. So, it'll be interesting to see if they can, continue their hot start here and, what they'll look like in Baltimore next week. So kudos to them. What were you going to say?
I wasn't saying anything.
Oh, okay.
Well, I guess now that you had me here, I mean, do you think it's like one of the better like transitions from like OC to head coach?
Yeah, I mean, again, it's so early,
right.
But it just seems like the right move after keeping Eberflus, an extra year. It seems like they got their guy. It seems like he's an innovative play caller, and I think the idea of him should be the idea like the Jets. If they get the number 1 pick, maybe Joe Brady from the Bills. He started with Burrow at LSU. He's been in circles for a while, so just something to consider.
Interesting.
And the Saints obviously, going for the number 1 pick at this point at 1-6. They will host the Tampa Bay Bucks this Sunday at 1:00. And then we saw the Browns. This one I couldn't have expected any more. The Browns 31-6 over the Dolphins. Quinn Ewers coming out of the pen for Tua late, who threw 3 picks and had a 3.4 quarterback rating. No, that's not a typo. Tua had a 3.4 quarterback rating. I would think Mike McDaniel gets fired this week. Maybe they give him one more game, but this thing is a mess. And you could just see it coming from a mile away. The conditions in Cleveland built for this. Their defense had 4 sacks, 3 picks. Quinton Judkins had 3 touchdowns, 84 yards on the ground. They only threw for 116 yards, but the defense and the running game enough to carry them home. So listen, I mean, they're 2-5. But really at this point, I mean, it's just, you're playing for who's going to be here next year. And it does seem like they have a foundation with Judkins and Fannin, and they'll see what they have in Dylan Gabriel. And if Shedeur Sanders ends up getting a shot here. I mean, I can't believe McDaniel hasn't already been fired. I don't know. It's like one of those things like, what are you waiting for?
Yeah. I mean, I kind of thought maybe we would see it yesterday,
right now,
or
breaking
this
news,
morning.
breaking news, chapter,
literally.
right now.
Like it may actually happen in the next like 30 minutes.
Yeah.
Because boy, I mean, what a total embarrassment, you know.
Yeah.
But I mean, like you said, I mean, we all talked about it. We all kind of saw it coming. So it's a shame.
Yeah. No, it is. It is, because you think about back to a couple of years ago and how this roster has just dissipated. So they'll be in Atlanta, who we'll get to next week. The Dolphins, that is, who's going to look to bounce back from that disappointing loss. And then in terms of the Browns next week, they are going to be in New England. So that should be an interesting matchup. Drake May, which we'll get to,
pretty good.
has been playing pretty well for the Patriots. McDaniels back in his familiar role as offensive coordinator, and actually that's their next game up. They blow out the Titans 31-13, so to move to 5-2 on the season. And you look at May, he was 21 of 23, Tony, a 96.4 quarterback rating. That is absolutely out of this world. 2 touchdowns, 9.7 yards per completion. They ran for $175 on the ground. May himself at 62 yards. Stevenson paging the running game with 88 and a score. Stephon Diggs, 7 catches, 69 yards. And Kayshon Boutte had a 39-yard touchdown as May hit, 7 different receivers. So, listen, it's the Titans. They're a mess, but the Patriots are 4-0 on the road. They sacked Cam Ward 5 times, had a pick, held the running game to 39 yards. And again, I know it's the Titans, and they get another breeze next week with the Browns, you would feel like, especially at home. But are the Patriots good? I mean, do we have to start considering them as a contender here?
It kind of seems like it. Again, I know like yourself, Titans, whatever. But I mean, this is what a good team would do to the Titans,
right?
You know, like a pretty emphatic, decisive victory, and your quarterback being as efficient as you possibly can. So, I mean, yeah, I think you do have to categorize this team now as good, all around too. I mean, it just seems like that things are going, the right direction for them, which is pretty, it's, interesting to see.
Yeah, absolutely. So, like I said, a breeze for them coming up. And then, Tennessee at 1-6. McCoy, the interim coach. Obviously, the whole point here is to get Ward, who I thought, played better anyway than he had. But they have a tough one on the road in Indy. Obviously, divisional game, but the Colts are rolling, and obviously we'll get to that. But seems like they will once again be picking near the top of the draft. That's for sure. We'll see what happens there. And then we saw the Chiefs. I mean, there doesn't need to be much of a recap here. 31-0, shutting out the Raiders. How about this? Andy Reid's first career shutout as head coach. Obviously an offensive guy, has had good defenses with the Chiefs over the year, but never a shutout. Isn't that crazy? All the games Andy Reid's coach, he's in his mid-60s. Kind of crazy, right? I
never would have guessed that, like for sure. Would have said he had multiple, to be honest.
Yeah. And Patrick Mahomes pretty much pitching a perfect game in this one, 26-35, 286, 3 scores, only sacked once, an 89.7 quarterback rating. They ran for 152 yards on the ground. And Isaiah Pacheco with a rushing touchdown. Mahomes himself had 28 yards, and Rashee Rice in his return from that offseason DUI suspension had 2 touchdowns as well. Hollywood Brown with a score, and Travis Kelce led them with 54 receiving yards. So kind of interesting. You think back to a couple of weeks ago, or the 0-2 start, even the loss to Jacksonville, everybody ready to put the Chiefs to rest. But here we are. And I know this is the Raiders, they're a mess, but just you think about what's happened with the Bills and just, the rest of the AFC, the Chargers, another example. Obviously, the Colts are playing pretty well. But here we are, and it might be like the Chiefs are the best team in the AFC once again.
Yeah, we'll see. Yeah. I mean, listen, they're 4-3, obviously bouncing back from that tough start. Kelce, led the team in receiving yards, right? So it's
spreading the ball out.
Seems like that they're kind of back on their original rapport. But I also still, I don't know, I still kind of question the receivers. I just feel like that there's
Rashee Rice, though.
Rashee Rice is looking good. Yes, Hollywood Brown, the speed is good.
Smith-Schuster, then you have Worthy. I think there's a ton of guys to throw to.
But it just seems like that those guys never necessarily
Rashee Rice, I'm telling you, is a star. That's why he had the 2 touchdowns. And I honestly think Smith-Schuster is still pretty good. He just doesn't get a lot of targets. Yeah, but he's still a good receiver. I'm telling you, bro, this team is going to be in the Super Bowl. I'll tell you right now.
Okay.
I know you're worn out from it. I understand, Tony. We don't need to get crazy, but I'm just saying I can tell. This defense is really I think second to none, honestly.
Who are they playing next week?
Next week, they get the proverbial layup because it looks like Jaden Daniels will miss that one with
That's
the hamstring.
right.
So
Okay.
Mariota, I think in Washington, but I mean, obviously Mariota against
You
this
never
Chiefs
know.
defense. Oh no. Oh, this is a home game, actually. This is a home game. So yeah, no, the Washington is screwed, honestly. This is like your second year slump that we see all the time. But speaking of screwed and slumps, the Raiders, huh? I mean, wow.
Oh my goodness.
I mean, I wonder what the deal is with the Geno Smith guaranteed money, because that looks like Deshaun Watson-esque in terms of a contract given up.
Yeah, and it's pretty crazy to think this guy was like breaking Wilson's records over there in Seattle. And then now finds himself just in the doghouse, it seems,
Yeah.
you know?
What he always was, though, dare I say? All right.
Oh.
No.
No, yeah, no, I mean, pretty much, right? I mean, the guy's been, numerous different programs, different teams, the broken jaw in the locker room, like, not good. What do you got? Breaking news?
No. I'm just looking at the contract extension. So it appears, I could be wrong, but it's $75 million over the next 2 years, and $66.5 million of that are guaranteed. So, wow, that's tough.
That is really tough, dude.
Why was your mother worried about you?
I don't know. I guess she just gets worried, I suppose.
You hammered.
Was worried about me. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe that's what it was.
I mean, this seems like a facetious playoff or no?
I guess. No, I mean, I told her I made it back on Saturday, I guess.
Okay.
Yeah, but she did call me last night. I had my phone on me because it was Sunday night. My phone was in my room.
Right.
So I didn't answer.
Passed out, maxed out,
dude.
Oh man. So yeah, I mean, it's a disaster for the Raiders. Let's just put
Disaster.
Say it how it is. They have their bye week and then they host the Jags. So maybe, I don't know, maybe that's a team you could beat. But yeah, and like we said, the Chiefs hosting Monday Night Football next week against Washington. Seems like besides this past week, they're in prime time every single week, which I know you love. The Eagles win again. 28 points, a touchdown each quarter. And they air the ball out. Jalen Hurts, easily his best passing performance of the season, 19-23, 326, 3 touchdowns. A.J. Brown, no trade requests after yesterday, 2 touchdowns, 4 for 121. But Devontae Smith went up to him, 9 for 183 and a score. And they still have not ran the ball effectively. I think they're like bottom 5 in the league, only 45 yards on the ground. But it doesn't matter when you pick off Wentz twice, sack him, and win this football game. I mean, what did you make of this, and how just the Eagles, like, dare I say, maybe they're going back to their passing ways? I mean, you have these receivers, why waste them? But I mean, you would like to see maybe a little more consistency on the ground. But
yeah, but I would think that's like, I mean, because the ground game's been so poor, I guess that's why Sirianni is maybe making some adjustments here, rightfully so. Like you said, there's enough targets, I think, downfield. And if Hurts can continue these performances, I mean, yeah, it's going to be like a pretty dominant force on offense. But yeah, I mean, the lack of a running game does worry you a little bit. And I know it's like, I don't know. I mean, the Eagles are just like an odd team, I guess. I mean, and people constantly ridiculing Hurts, obviously, the roster in terms of how it's constructed. And I mean, you look at this game, it's like, yeah, I mean, it's a good win, 2022. But you did have to pick off Wentz twice, to get that. Your defense kind of bailed you out a little bit. Because I mean, Wentz was throwing the ball pretty well too, like a lot of passing attempts over 300 yards as well. So, but I mean, I don't know. I guess that's what good teams do, I guess, right? At the right moment, defense shows up. But I don't know. I mean, Eagles Super Bowl team again.
No,
I don't know. I mean, it's
Baker will
tough.
take him out.
I hope so, dude.
Yeah,
that would be sick.
Yeah. So we'll see. They get a rematch with the Giants this week, and then Minnesota is actually playing 3 days from now in Los Angeles against the Chargers for Thursday Night Football. And a tough loss for them. The Hockenson touchdown pass overturned. So I don't know. Maybe McCarthy comes back. We'll have to see what happens with them. And I'm interested to see that Giants-Philly game. I mean, we'll get to the Giants, obviously, but, the heartbreak, of course. But they did beat them last time out. But you would think the Eagles are going to be ready this time. And just seeing what happened to the Giants in the fourth quarter yesterday, you would think the Eagles should be able to throw all over them. And the Giants, I don't think, have done that well. But in the Eagles in general, and then the fact that it's in Philadelphia, you would think that would bode pretty well for them. But we'll see. And then your mother might be concerned about Jason Libertelli right now.
Oh, is that right?
Only kidding, though. He's only kidding.
Jibber, I'm not going to make this up. I'm not going to make it up this weekend. I'm going to take a long trip off a short pier. Nice knowing you guys. Only kidding, but just end the suffering.
Yeah, I'm telling you, just have to not care and just think about that number 1 pick and the hope of Aaron Glenn getting fired. I mean, we saw, I forgot who the coach was. It Rod Marinelli, maybe, that was 0-16 with the Lions. I don't know, but if he doesn't win a game,
right?
I mean, I think it's gone. Like,
I mean,
right?
I think even if he does, it's still gone.
Unless, like, obviously, like, what are they 0-7? They end up, I don't know, 7-10 or something. Like, obviously, that's not going to happen.
No. I don't know. It's just and then again, we're talking about like Ben Johnson. We're talking about Mike Vrabel.
Right.
And this
Why are you going defense? Why does it
what the
have
hell
to
is
be
going
defensive
on,
coach?
dude?
Yeah,
that
seems like something. It's like Woody Johnson. I need to, like a Brian Cashman. I need to outsmart everybody. The logic says get an offensive coach. I'm going to get a defensive coach. And I'm going to show you that it's going to work.
Like, what the hell, man?
Yeah. So a mess, and obviously, actually that's the next game up here. Carolina winning 13-6. The lack of urgency to get points on the board in the first half, and the Tyrod Taylor interceptions, and just I don't know, just no ability to stop the run, and getting beaten by Bryce Young when they only score 13 points, and he throws for $138. But yeah, they end up winning the game. Breece Hall kind of stuffed up 11 for 38. We mentioned the Fields benching. They only got 2 sacks on the quarterbacks. Bryce Young left with an injury. So you had both backups playing this game, but your quarterbacks were sacked 6 times. And maybe Jay could elaborate on this. And I know, yes, they're missing Vera Tucker, but everybody else, like, you drafted pretty high. You got Membu and Fash now. Why is this line so bad, Jay? Could you explain that to me? Maybe Matt as well. Aaron Glenn doesn't deserve to finish the season. Yeah.
Nope, does not.
Absolutely. But
I mean, he's shown you absolutely nothing that you needed in a head coach. Like, literally, there's nothing there, dude. There's
nothing.
Okay?
Yes,
it's
absolutely
crazy.
Nothing. Deer in headlights. Adam Gase 2.0. Worse than Adam Gase. He at least went 7-9.
Which is wild, dude. It's really crazy to think about, like how bad it really is at 0-7, dude. The Panthers are 4-3. Like, come on.
Dave Canales, Baker. No, but I know Bryce 138 yards. But Dowdle runs with a purpose. Dowdle. I know Chuba Hubbard is one of the captains. He averaged 2.2 yards per carry. You're wasting your time if you're Dave Canales, not giving Rico Dowdle 30 carries. We were on him last year. Right. He's clearly not lost a step. I mean, I'm serious. I think he's easily the most underrated running back in the entire league. Honestly, Rico Dowdle, 17 for 79 yesterday. Yeah. He would have went for 179 if he got all the carries.
Oh yeah, definitely.
You look at his season, 98 carries for 551 and 2 scores. That's 5.6 yards per carry.
Love that.
This is his 6th season. I didn't realize. So he was okay. So he just was on Dallas before, but I guess he didn't really play too much besides last season. But unbelievable. What he's been able to do. Panthers, I think they said the first time since 2019 at this point in the season that they're over 500. They've won 3 out of 4 games. Big test though at home against the Bills this week. But who knows? The Bills coming off the bye, but a little bit of a slip up recently. So we'll see what happens. And you would imagine the Jets, getting their asses handed to them in Cincinnati this week. Joe Flacco, maybe a little revenge spot. I don't think he was exactly ecstatic with his time with the Jets. So we'll have to see what happens there. And the Giants, outscored 33-13 in the 4th. Couple of missed extra points. The dart pick, what ruined what would have been a great day. As they took a 19-point lead into the 4th quarter. Bo Nix leading the troops back here. Broncos' best start in years at 5-2. Nix threw for 279, 2 scores. And he found a lot of different receivers as well. Actually, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 different receivers. Sutton 6 for 87, Mims 6 for 85.
9.
Dart sacked 4 times. That big interception near the end of the game. But Dart, I think, did play well. 15-33, 283, 3 touchdowns and a pick. And that ridiculous touchdown to Theo Johnson, the tip drill That was crazy. And you see for a second why Dave was distraught. It's just like, can we talk some X's and O's though? That's all. It's not all about him.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying.
No, yeah, you're not wrong. It is definitely one of the worst losses I've seen in ever, honestly, possibly. So, but I mean, again, I mean, it's just, I mean, that's like your management, your coaching staff,
Right.
like just absolutely piss poor game management, roster management. And that's what happens when, like, fundamentally, like, you're not a sound organization. It's just like you're gonna have like crazy losses like this. But again, I mean, it's really not much of a surprise to me, I guess. It's just another team that they're gonna have to like I know like Dable's trying to be playing for his job, but there's no way, right? Like,
What, he's gonna keep his job?
yeah.
I think if Dart plays well the rest of the season, he will keep his job just because they want that continuity on offense. But you change the DC. I mean, fire Bowen now, and honestly, maybe fire Joe Shane. But if Dart's playing well, you don't touch it, Tony. Because they've been waiting for a while. They've went through a ton of terrible quarterbacks since Eli.
Right.
And I mean, listen, obviously it's early, but I mean, he's far outplaying what Cam Ward is doing in Tennessee. And he was the 28th pick. Cam Ward was the first pick. So, but I read, I think I know there's no moral victories, but I just think for the Giants fans, I mean, they have to be excited that you have a team that you feel like doesn't quit, has a pulse, and is fun to watch. You haven't been able to say that for more than 2 times the last 15 years. So everything's really had fallen apart. I think at least there is a vision in it. Like, I mean, Jackson Dart looks special.
Yeah, he does.
We all know this.
I guess like having that in the back of your head where you feel like you have a future in Dart. I mean, like, what a draft pick, by the way. All the talks about him, about the different quarterbacks in the class and everything, and like that's the one you land on, and it seems to be paying dividends. So like, I guess good for them.
Yeah, absolutely. So we'll see what they do in that rematch in Philadelphia against the Eagles. The Broncos,
I don't know if they have a chance, dude.
Yeah, probably not, but who knows? And then the Broncos will host the Dallas Cowboys, which we'll get to. But obviously, their defense versus that offense, that should be a really good matchup. But speaking of offense and good teams, how about the Indianapolis Colts, Tony, are now 6-1. Daniel Jones with another masterpiece yesterday. 23 of 34, 288, 2 touchdowns, only sacked once, didn't turn it over. Jonathan Taylor, 16 of 94, the NFL's leading rusher, 3 touchdowns on the ground. Alec Pierce led them in receptions, 5 for 98. Tyler Warren, the impressive rookie, did have 4 for 69, and Michael Pittman 7 for 51 in the score. And Taylor also caught 3 passes out of the backfield. But I mean, 6-1. I mean, this is a Colts team that's always usually under 500 at this point in the year, clawing to get into playoff position. I mean, this is possibly the best story in the NFL.
Yeah, definitely just by the sheer fact that no one, I guess, saw it coming. I mean, 6-1 in the South, right? I mean, they're dominant is what it is. I mean, the Jags, the next
4-3,
team, right?
Yeah.
Like, so I mean, they seem like they have a little bit of a chokehold in the division, and not to mention, like, maybe possibly the NFL. Which is pretty wild. I mean, dude, Taylor's just on the ground is just
animal,
relentless this season.
Animal.
So I mean, yeah, you love to see that. Obviously, the 2 picks too, in the second quarter, I think really killed anything the Chargers had going for themselves. At least offensive anyway. I mean, at that point, it was like 20-3. So it's like your defense wasn't doing much. Your only reliable thing, I guess, would be to try to score some more. And it's like, I want to say, was it right before the half? It was like a 10-play drive down the field for the Chargers that resulted in a pick. I think it maybe was in the end zone.
And then Indy got a field goal.
A field goal out of it, right? Yeah. And it's just like, I don't know. I feel like that happens so much to the Chargers. Like, I don't know, man. Like, I'm starting to question a little bit Justin Herbert, because I feel like in those big spots, like, he is prone to throw interceptions.
Yeah, I mean, those were killer. The 2 picks last night, despite throwing for, I think, a career high 420 yards. I think it was the most yards that a Charger quarterback had thrown for at home and lost a game. So obviously it's disappointing, but I mean, their defense, I mean, just couldn't do anything. Daniel Jones, 1 sack, no turnovers. And then, Herbert with the 2 picks and 3 sacks. And that's despite really having such a successful offensive day. But the turnovers were the difference. 2 turnovers, you lose by 2 touchdowns. What wasted a vintage performance from Herbert other than the picks, and he did a good job spreading the ball. How about Keenan Allen? Almost looked like he was ready to retire in Chicago last year. 11 for 119 in the score. He's really locked in with him. Quentin Johnson caught another touchdown, and Aronde Gadsden the second, 7 for 164 in a score. So it reminds me back to like the Phillip River days when he could just throw touchdowns to anybody. It feels like that with Herbert, but at the end of the day, you got to win the big games, and obviously they failed to do that so far. 4-3 on the season, and their next game is in 3 days, hosting the Vikings. So you kind of want to get things going in the right direction. That is a must win to kind of change the course of the tide for a team that we thought at some points this year was the best in the NFL, and now it looks like the Colts have a better or more of that team right now. Obviously, a long way to go, but the way they've been playing has been nothing short of impeccable. And they get the nice. I know it's a divisional game, but the I guess you could say like practice round against Tennessee next week. I mean, Jones should be able to carve them up. I mean, this Colts team is dangerous. I mean, imagine if Jones takes them to the Super Bowl. That will be like the most ridiculous. I think that's even more ridiculous than Foles winning a Super Bowl, honestly, against Patriots.
Yeah, honestly, I think you may be right there because I mean, obviously, Daniel Jones, the guy who was laughed at, like for a while. By the way, like since the time he was drafted,
right?
I feel like Giants fans were like, "What is going on here?" And now he's just like proving everybody wrong, which is sick, dude. I mean, it's great for him. But yeah, next week you would imagine. I mean, Jonathan Taylor by himself, 22 carry is like $190, dude. But it's tough, dude, with the Chargers. I mean. Right, the Broncos are 5-2, and
Chiefs are 4-3,
and you have them going on a dramatic, rest of the season win streak. So, I mean, do you think it like Chargers like outside of the playoffs?
No, I think they'll make the playoffs. I mean, I thought it was a 3-bid league anyway. Honestly, that division is good.
Division's very good.
Thought Carroll would give them a little more, but that only helps them because they'll probably kick their ass. You would think. And speaking of getting their ass kicked, the Cowboys doubling up the Commanders. 44 to 22 yesterday. Dak was unstoppable. 21-30, 264, 3 touchdowns, sacked once. Javonte Williams pacing them on the ground. He's had a nice resurgent season with them. 19 for 116 in the score. CeeDee Lamb 5 for 110 in the score. George Pickens caught 4 passes for 82 yards. Jake Ferguson caught 2 touchdowns, 7 receptions, only 29 yards. But Dak spreading the ball out. They sacked Daniels and Mariota, and Daniels, we mentioned, left with that injury, so you would think he'll be out next week with a hammy. But they sacked him 4 times. They got the pick from Mariota, and they just absolutely dominated. And then they showed off their shiny toy in Brandon Aubrey, who made a record 6 career 61-yard field goal, 5 extra points. I mean, what a weapon. I have him on 2 fantasy teams.
There we go.
That's been great. But an uneven start to the season for Dallas, but now they are 3-1. And it feels like they have a shot to go to the playoffs here. Obviously, it's just about that defense. But this offense, I think, is, especially after yesterday, number 1 in the league. So, a lot of people talking about the Cowboys are going to be terrible. But they're a pretty good team. It just the defense has to get it together, obviously. But played well in this one. But you got the Daniels injury helped you out.
No, it absolutely did, and it is tough. I mean, Super Bowl contending team. I don't know. Again, the defense seems to be pretty piss poor. It's almost
championship offense though.
Yeah, it really is. I mean, Dak has always been a great quarterback.
Yeah.
And then when you have the opportunity to just like hit Pickens like quite a few times, and then all of a sudden you have CeeDee Lamb,
Jake Ferguson
open up downfield. Like they have good offensive weapons. It's interesting. It's almost like another case. I feel like that almost like what you were saying with Woody Johnson, where Jerry Jones is the type of guy who's like, oh yeah, like logic tells me to do this. Like I'm going to do this. I'm going to show you how I'm right. Yeah. With Parsons, with Dowdle, like come
Dowdle.
on,
but Javonte Williams is right.
Oh, yeah.
Where Javonte Williams is actually averaging a career high 5.3 yards per carry, 6 rushing touchdowns, 592 yards through 7 games. So, people were kind of thinking after injuries, maybe not the same guy after 903 his rookie year back in 21. He's only 25 years old, Tony. So, I mean, and you really haven't given Blue that many carries as well.
Right.
I'm telling you, this offense, I mean, could be record-setting. Especially you think about Aubrey, just get him to the 50-yard line, will make the field goal.
Yeah, dude, he's fucking nice, huh?
Best kicker I've ever seen. There's no way anybody's ever better.
But yeah, dude, I mean, we'll see. Again, I mean, if this offense keeps humming, but I don't know. I feel like if their defense doesn't really come around and they have to rely on their offense constantly start winning games, I mean, I feel like almost like a Justin Herbert, like Dak is sometimes he's due for a clunker. And if he has a bad game, and especially if it's the first round of the playoffs, it's like, all right, well then it's just another year where they get knocked out of the first round of the playoffs.
Yeah. But I just think for now, I mean, I just think it's just a better spot than what we thought they would be in right now. I mean, they definitely are. There's a path here to the playoffs, for sure. I mean, Denver's a tough matchup next week. But then you're facing the Cardinals, the Raiders, the Eagles, Chiefs, Lions, Vikings, Chargers. So kind of some tough games in there. So we'll see how they compete. But they definitely have the opportunity to be a playoff team this year.
Yeah, and like you said, I think a lot of people also really Dallas fans included, really wrote them off.
Schottenheimer, joke, and
So I mean, I guess we'll see what happens.
Yeah. So big win for them there. The last 4:00 game of the afternoon saw the Packers hold on to beat the Cardinals 27-23. So Jacoby Brissett playing pretty well for Arizona, but just not enough. And Jordan Love didn't have to do too much. 19 of 29, 179 and a touchdown. Was only sacked 171.7 quarterback rating. Josh Jacobs with 2 rushing touchdowns. And Dobbs leading the team in receiving, 6 for 72. But they sack Brissett, who threw for 279 and 2 scores, no picks, but was sacked 6 times. And 3 of those sacks coming from Micah Parsons. So his presence was felt. And I think it was, I want to say it was at the half or right before the half. Lewis set a record. Sorry, I gotta get his name. It's Lucas Haversrick or whatever, Haversack. At the horn, 61-yarder, longest field goal in Packers history. So you think about how long the Packers have been around.
Yeah,
that's pretty impressive. So they have a weapon there as well. So we know the defense is great. I think the offense still hasn't exactly found its groove, but I think they have the players there. So I think that's the thing you're looking at. But like we're talking about Dallas not having the defense, Green Bay definitely has the defense. So if that offense is going, I mean, look out for the Packers.
Yeah, definitely look out for the Packers. That's for sure. I mean, again, they have some tremendous weapons. Romeo Dobbs is pretty solid. Obviously, Josh Jacobs can run the ball pretty well too. So it's I would say a pretty gritty win. I mean, I feel like the Cards had an opportunity. I want to say it was, I forget how much time was in the fourth quarter, but it was a fourth and 1, I think. And Brissett took it up the middle. They stop him, turnover on downs.
Yes.
And again, I feel like it's a similar game to what we saw. I mean, I guess it's not really similar in terms of score, but from the Jags game, it's like you look at this and you see what the Cards are put up in terms of numbers, and it actually wasn't that bad. I mean, the third down conversions were good.
Right.
I think, the yards on the ground, overall, their yards gained was fine. Time of possession, but it just seemed like in those big spots, it was Green Bay coming up with bigger plays, referring to that stoppage on 4th down and stuff like that. So
yeah,
I don't know. Again, the Cards are the Cards. I don't know.
Brissett though is pretty good, but I guess it's the thing is he kind of does this all the time. The numbers are good, but the winning obviously is a different story.
And it's dude, not for another, QB sneak on 4th and 1. I mean,
yeah, big boy. I mean, you should be able to do
right?
it. 6'4",
He's a big guy,
I think,
dude.
right?
Yeah, fucking big dude.
So we'll have a good matchup next weekend, or next Sunday night, Packers and Steelers. So I'm sure Collinsworth will be all revved up for that one. And then for the Cards here, now at 2-5, they're on their bye, and then they are in Dallas for Monday Night Football. So, and then they go to the Seahawks after that. And then the Niners, a game against Jacksonville, the Bucks, the Rams, the Texans, the Falcons, the Bengals, and the Rams. I mean, Arizona might only win 1 or 2 more games the rest of the season. And you would think that will be the beginning of the end for head coach Jonathan Gannon, right?
I mean, yeah, right. You would assume so.
And then what do they do with Murray? That's
really, get rid of him, dude.
Yeah, Jets.
No. I mean, I hope not. I mean, I guess it wouldn't be. I guess out of the call here for someone like the Jets, but I don't think so.
Get
dude.
your guy at number
on,
one,
dude. Yeah,
right?
really.
The Niners 5-2, despite Brock Purdy missing yet another game here, but Mac Jones filling in, didn't have to do much. 17 of 126. 17 of 26 for 152, only sacked once, one pick, but Christian McCaffrey pacing the offense, 7 for 72, receiving 24 for 129 and 2 rushing touchdowns for San Francisco. So they are in a tie there with the Rams, and that game in a couple of weeks could be for first place in the division. After that gut-wrenching loss of Fred Warner on defense, losing Bosa earlier, I thought this defense played well. You held the Falcons to 10 points, no points in the fourth quarter. They sacked Penix twice, only 6.3 yards per completion for him, 1 passing touchdown. Bijan only 2.9 yards per carry. Did have a receiving touchdown. But I think this shows the value of coaching, Tony. And it hasn't been easy for San Francisco given the circumstances, but boy, have they responded well. And dare we say, Robert Saleh doing a good job on the defensive side of things for San Francisco.
Who would have thought, dude? Who would have thought? No, I mean, their defense has been pretty solid. Yeah, but I feel like definitely. Too, right? No, of course. I mean, again, I think that's a testament to Shanahan. I mean, we've seen that. I feel like week in and week out, we're saying that for the Niners and. But boy, I mean, what a game by Christian McCaffrey too. In a game too, where I kind of thought like, oh, George Kittle's back from injury, he's probably due to have a good game. But it's just like McCaffrey just puts the absolute team on his shoulders. And again, I mean, kudos to Shanahan. I mean, that's clearly he's seeing like, oh, this is our ticket. This is the way to win. And that's what it doesn't matter.
The wave. He's riding that
riding the wave of Christian McCaffrey. And it's not about spreading the ball around people to get Kittle was targeted twice, for and 0 receptions.
Blocking,
exactly, dude. Like
well.
You're just using him in a certain role that benefits the team, and that's just the culture that Shanahan's laid down there. And obviously, those veterans, Kittle and McCaffrey, are all picking up. So, making Mac Jones look pretty solid, these few weeks.
And it's interesting with the Falcons, a lot of talent, but just seems like they were overmatched here. And I don't know. I think Penix has something to prove, because you got Drake London, you got Kyle Pitts, you got Bijan Robinson, not to mention Tyler Algier as well.
Come on.
You feel like you should be scoring more points, and they have an opportunity to do that at home next week against the lifeless Miami Dolphins. So we'll see what happens there. But yeah, that Rams and 49ers rematch in a couple weeks, that's going to be a good one. I'm really looking forward to that. The Niners, it's crazy too. I mean, they're still going to be obviously getting back Brock Purdy, Brandon Ayuk within the next couple of weeks as well. So we'll see what they do. They are in Houston, 1:00 this week. So how they play against that stout defense. But yeah, that was it for yesterday. And then 2 more tonight, kind of an interesting feel. Usually it's a 7-8 with a doubleheader, but they're going 7-10.
7-10, dude.
Bucks, Lions, Texans, Seahawks. Obviously the marquee game there, the Bucks and Lions. Texas and Seattle, not bad, but at 10, I don't know if you're going to get those ratings you're looking for on the East Coast, especially.
Dude. I mean, the 7-10 split is tough, dude.
Yeah, it is.
Oh.
And then a couple more here from Matt, bro.
Yes, of course, dude. He does say, Aaron, we did that. And then he says, if I were Woody Johnson, I'd be asking Mike T and the 33rd team for a refund, he says. And then he says, I hope the Vikings lose on Thursday, he says. And then he says, if the Colts make it to the Super Bowl, it truly shows Dable is the problem. No doubt about that. Then Ernie says, go Pack, go. We run the North.
Yeah. Hey, Ernie. I mean,
possibly.
I'm trying to think. Did I did pick the Packers to go to the Super Bowl, didn't I?
I
think against the Bills. I'm pretty sure.
Did I write down your stuff?
Parsons, unbelievable. And I think that offense will get going, for Green Bay. That's for sure.
Oh, yeah.
But that was a great game to watch yesterday. That's probably one of the best defenses, if not the best defense that I've seen them have. And that Steeler game is going to be great. you win that, Ernie, then you're really in the driver's seat. And they always talk about this too, having that tie at the time. It's annoying, but I think it's an opportunity for less of a, one less loss. So that'll probably help them with their record down the stretch. But I'm excited for that Steelers game. Was it there or you couldn't tell?
I don't think I wrote down your picks.
Okay.
Yeah, I wrote down my picks. I had the Lions win the division at 14-3. I think Packers second, making the playoffs though.
Sorry about that, Ernie. I try not to take him out too much. But Indiana Jones looks good, he says, and then Kev Duke says, "Let's go. We want the smoke, Matt, bro. What's up?" Kev, how'd you hit him yesterday? Because no one else answered me, so maybe you could tell me.
That's right. No one
he says, "Hey, Kev, bro. Does that mean everyone shanked yesterday? Or everyone was just accidental Ubered out and just didn't know what happened? Let's go
Kev,
Rangers.
Rangers.
Nice win over the weekend, and let's beat the Wild tonight.
Yep.
But we got the 2-game Monday Night Football NFL Frenzy. And this is going to be brought to you by The Velvet Lama.
All right, we set it to the 7-10 split tonight. Going to be kind of tough. It's fine, though, because really, the better game is on at 7. We all know that. Let's do it. Ford Field, Detroit, Michigan. Lions taking on the Bucks here. One team, the Lions, undefeated at home. Another team, the Bucks, undefeated on the road. We know the implications, the rematch. Baker tastes blood, Brian. The Bucks plus 6.5 here on the spread. Dog. Over under is 52.5. Obviously, Mayfield rolling. So are the Lions, sure. Tough loss against KC, but obviously other than that, having a pretty solid year. But the Bucks, they say Egbuka should be good tonight. Mike Evans should be back tonight. So it seems like they're going to have a couple weapons back in the saddle. Obviously, know about Detroit and their weapons. But how do you see this one playing out, Brian?
And I just wanted to see here, I guess they just said one day ago, Egbuka, a real chance to play.
Yeah.
I'm going to take the Bucks, but I'm just curious because my fantasy team, it's so annoying. Actually, it's the TCA league.
Yeah.
I have Waddle, which now I might as well just bench him because the Dolphins are so bad. But Evans and Egbuka with Waddle and Chase or Drake? No, Drake London.
Okay.
So it's there's not enough room for everybody. So I just wanted to see what we had on the Mike Evans front, but on ESPN.com, it actually had him off of the injury report. He's obviously missed the last couple of games. I'm sure he's earning to continue that 1,000-yard streak. I see a questionable tag next to his name.
Yeah.
Just wanted to see. I know originally the thought was that he would try things out. Pregame, game time decision 2 days ago. Likely to play, it says. So we'll expect that. But anyway, let's say they both play. I think this is a nuts game, honestly. I think this is a shootout. I think it's down to the wire. And I know, Tony, because I just went over this with you about, getting the free money with the Panthers against the Devils the other night.
Yes.
The 6.5 is crazy. Call me crazy. I know the Vegas trap. That's what they want. Go ahead, because I know the Tampa Bay Bucks are going to easily cover this, should win it outright. So I'm going to say Baker, 420 through the air, 3 touchdowns, 2 to Evans, 1 to Egbuka. And I think you're going to see Chase McLaughlin win this thing from 56, Tony, 41-38 at the horn. Give me the Bucks plus 6.5 and the over. What do you got?
How could you not take the Bucks here? I know Lions, yes, good. The offense, Gibbs, Jared Goff has been killing it too. I picked him up on fantasy since Joe Burrow out. But hey, man, I think the Bucks are rolling. Rashad White has done a great job in the running back role. Sands, Bucky Irving. And I just think with those weapons back, there's no way Mike Evans is not going to go off his first game back. He's going to be so tight, dude. And that dude's a fucking body out there.
Yeah.
He's a hard guy to defend. I think it's Bucks all over the field, high scoring, hammer the over. At the end of the day, I think it's a Baker, game-winning touchdown drive. I guess it'll probably be a run up the middle, to be honest. Who knows? But nonetheless, dude, give me the Bucks winning this one. I'm going to say 37-31. Bucks over. Next game, the 10 p.m. one. Who's going to be awake? We'll see. I'll tell you who. People at Lumen Field will be awake in Seattle. Seahawks hosting the Texans. Pretty interesting here. Seattle at home, minus the 3.5. Over under much lower than the first game here at 41.5. Texans 2-3. Kind of oddball start to the year. But you know what? They got back-to-back wins, beating the Titans, beating the Ravens, outscoring those two opponents, by the way, 70-10, Brian. The Seahawks 4-2. Darnold, historic career year. We know the deal there, proving everybody wrong. Walker's having a good year. Jackson Smith and Jigba's having a good year. You know who's not, though? Cooper Kupp. Where the hell has he been? What do you think Kupp's line is for this game?
You know, I almost feel like Jerry Jones, you know, the proving wrong, something different. We got Cullum talking about Sam Darnold leading the Eagles to a Super Bowl in some alternate reality. I think we're going to see what Sam Darnold looks like in a standalone game against a top 5 defense. I think he's going to throw 3 picks, including a pick 6. That will be the difference in this game. I think D'Amico Ryan's flexing his muscles here. Darnold also sacked 9 times. And I think the Texans win a dogfight here. We're going to say 17-10. So give me the Texans plus 3.5 and the under.
I do like the Texans here, to be honest, dude. I feel like Stroud's just due to having a phenomenal game. Clean, nothing crazy. 4 passing touchdowns. Nico Collins on the receiving end of 2 of those. Okay. He, I guess, maybe like $175 for Collins, leading the Texans receiving group here. I do think Darnold is due for a pick or 2. I say give me the Texans. I guess give me the over. Yeah. So I'd say 28-17 Texans over dogs.
Just like that, your NFL Monday Night Football frenzy. We had 2 dogs cover last week. Will history repeat itself?
What were the
we
picks
shall see
for us?
We are 1-1 because the Jets didn't cover. We covered with the Giants, and we have the Bucks.
Let's freaking go, dude.
And I think they went 2-1.
Okay.
I could just look it up real quick and then go to their comments because I saw they said a couple of things.
Go to their comments. Yes, dude. We have quite a few comments actually. Let's see what we got going on here.
So yeah, they won with the Pats 6.5, the Cowboys 1.5. Oh, and then they have Seattle 3.5. So we're rooting for the Texans, and I didn't even know that, but we're definitely rooting for the Texans. What do we got?
There we go, dude.
And I can imagine the scene here talking about taking people. It's funny that Ernie said that. It's like I'm just asking. No one answered me. What do you want me to say? But I could imagine because it's like he said. What did Ernie say? Something about when stuff settled down or something.
Wait, what?
Go down. Right there. What did Ernie say? We learned Josh.
We learned Josh can't take me anywhere, and me and Kev stick out like sore thumbs.
No, and I can imagine Kev there like yelling on the driving range. Yeah. Yo. Oh man, they should have live streamed it.
Ernie judging, dude.
Yeah. Oh man, that's funny. But what else? I want some more highlights from this. What else?
Let's see. Hold on. Stand by. Kev Deuce says he hit him good at the end when he went to relax at the ball, thanks to Josh's knowledge.
There we go. Josh
dude.
B. Channeling his inner Michael Breed, PGA Tour Instructor of the Year.
It is crazy how much like when you do like not try to pipe the ball, then you start piping the ball. You know,
it's interesting. But did it ever happen to you? For me, it's like, yes, if you could find that perfect like tempo, but have you ever done that and then you actually hit it worse because like you stop your swing because like you're not trying to swing as hard?
I guess no, not really.
Like I feel like or with a chip. I'm sure you've done it with a chip.
Yeah, where you short arm it.
But I've done that in the regular shots. Yeah, and I get tight. Dude. So that's why I told Josh I had to swing like a madman.
And then we'll say Ernie putt game solid.
There we go, Ernie.
And then Matt saying numbers gonna be real low. 10 p.m. game, no doubt about that.
Yes, East Coast especially.
Kev Deuce is my one-hand putt game is better than my two-hand putt game.
I mean, I think that's the same goes for a lot of people. You know how we always say like you do the putt where you're doing it backwards so the hole just like this line drive goes in every time. You put it out, you miss it because you hit it soft because you're nervous.
Exactly. And then Josh says, my fault. Oh, well, we had a good time. Kev finally listened to me and started to crush the drives.
There we go. There we go, Josh.
He says, I still go with y'all. Shaking my head. And then Kevin says you only like Seattle because we picked them in our picks. Stop it.
Well, that actually just shows why. And I know he's gonna say, "Oh, I didn't smoke anything today." We said we like the Texans, Kev.
Yeah, we did say Texans.
And you guys picked Seattle, so that's right. Yeah. So we'll leave it at that and go to the world of Major League Baseball.
What a play! Stop it, Tony. Yep.
And Alonso cracks one of the Mets win the ball game. Out of sight. And it works at 100 miles an hour. 14 strikeout.
Drove deep to left field. There it goes. See ya.
All right. So, yeah, obviously still a bittersweet Major League Baseball playoffs here. But over the weekend, we did have the Ohtani. The sky is on fire. The 3 home runs, the 10 strikeouts, Chris McMonagle on the fan saying that he's better than Babe Ruth. I mean, it is absolutely nauseating. And I was saying this in the group. Oh, I don't care. First of all, let's just get this straight. Obviously, Ohtani and Judge are 1A and 1B, however you want to say it, in terms of the best players in the league. We all know that. But just talking about just over-exaggerating something like that game historically, yes, one of the best, if not the best we've ever seen. Someone pitching 6 shutout innings, striking out 10, and then hitting 3 home runs. But to say that now he's the best baseball player of all time, that's insane. And also, you can't overlook the fact he was hitting 100 going into the game in the playoffs. He's done absolutely nothing. So one game doesn't make him the GOAT. Just nothing. Like that. And then some people were trying to say about like being better than Judge and stuff, and it's just like
approach the bench.
I would like to see if situation was reversed, like how it would be. If Judge had to hit in that lineup, are you kidding? With all that protection, no pressure. I feel like it's a completely different thing. But anyway, Dodgers, 3rd time in the last 6 years, will be in the World Series, looking to go back to back. The sweep, I thought was pretty impressive. You thought the Brewers would have more life, but you just hope that, whether it's the Mariners or Blue Jays, that they can give them their best. We'll find out tonight, Game 7, because the Blue Jays, yesterday 6-2 over the Mariners in Toronto. Trey Savage, 5 2/3, 6 hits, 7 strikeouts, outdueling Logan Gilbert, who didn't make it out of the 4th. Or into the 5th anyway. 4 innings, 7 hits, 5 runs, 4 earned, 3 Ks. And who else but Vladimir Guerrero Jr. with his 6th homer of the postseason, Addison Barger with his 2nd, Guerrero slugging 1,000 this postseason. So he's really done a great job. If you're into watching other teams play baseball, a Game 7 tonight, there's juice there, I think are you honestly, Tony? Because we got the 2 Monday nights, Baker, your boy, if there's one TV and you couldn't turn back, honestly, what are you watching?
Man, that's tough. I guess Baker, guess it would be Baker. It's honestly kind of crazy. It's a tough night for sports, to be honest.
Rangers,
it's all at the same time, it seems too.
We have the Texans at 10 at least.
But yeah, no, I definitely would be, I guess, watching, the Baker game, and then probably the Rangers, and then probably the Blue Jays. So gonna be definitely like a night where you need multiple screens for. But I would say there's a lot of juice. It's a Game 7, which is always, exciting. Obviously, for us, it's not as exciting, but
or at all exciting.
I would say it is exciting. You can't say it's not exciting.
It's not.
It's been a crazy series.
It's not. It's annoying though, because I am going to be at the Mohegan Sportsbook with Corey, and it's going to be on. But I would think volumes on the football. No,
I would think so. Monday Night Football. Yeah, of course, dude.
So.
Unless maybe there's some people from.
No. Especially because it's near Boston. Those Boston fans, you think they're getting all jacked up for this? They're betting. Yes. But they're not excited for the game, like in terms of a fan rooting interest. You couldn't, if you think about it geographically, Tony, you couldn't have a bigger mismatch. Like for people actually that were not betting on that game,
Right.
and just wanting to watch it in upstate Connecticut, no one's fucking cares about who wins that game if they're not betting.
Yeah, no, you're not wrong.
Or if they're
I
not
guess.
hating,
yeah,
like
exactly.
on one team, like me with the Blue Jays,
Right.
obviously Vladdy, the
But I
fat
feel
face.
like Boston Red Sox fans, happy Blue Jays, not to the Yankees. Go
No,
Blue Jays.
no way.
Divisional, no.
No,
No way.
dude. Definitely Seattle. Definitely. Definitely did. So and talking about rooting for New York, George Kirby, the Westchester native,
Right.
707 earned run average this postseason. Bieber 415. I don't think he's looked great. Feels like Kirby's going to have one of those legendary performances. Cal Raleigh, the dream season, the icing on the cake, getting Seattle to their first World Series. It seems like we're setting the stage for that, but what will exactly happen? Let's do a one-game championship series. Frenzy.
All right, the one game. That's right. A one-nighter, 8:08 p.m. FOX FS1 Rogers Center in Toronto. I don't know, man. I mean, Blue Jays at home. We'll see. It's the game 7 against the Mariners here. Gonna be kind of crazy. Over under here 7.5. Toronto minus 135. So obviously they're the favorite here. Bieber, Kirby, kind of crazy. Bieber on the thumbnail last week, had a good start. Proverbial monkey off his back for this playoff season. I know you kind of have your Mariners slated in here. How's that happening?
Did Jay leave his Mariners hat here? No, he didn't, but that's all right. Because last time I put on a hat, it was the Jets hat. We know how that happened. Or what happened. Anyway, but Kirby, I'm going to say 6 innings, 2 earned runs. But the difference here, Cal Raleigh, Tony, 4th inning, grand slam, giving Seattle at that point a 4-0 lead. Toronto will claw back to make it 4-2, but that's as far as they would get. Munoz, the immaculate inning in the 9th, sending Toronto home. The Seattle Mariners are your American League Championship Series champions.
I mean, it's tough. But I'm going to go with the home team here. I'm going to go with the Blue Jays, Brian. Honestly, I think like Shane Bieber lights out 7 2/3, 2 earned runs.
No, this isn't the 2020 Championship Series.
I'm telling you right now, dude.
Tony.
Shane Bieber, whatever it is, the line, over under, strikeouts,
Over,
innings
9.
pitched,
9, everything's 9.
Everything's 9. Yeah, 9 game, full game shutout. No, and I think George Kirby maybe wishing he was back in New York. He gets popped early on. And we've seen a lot of great hitters top to bottom of this lineup the last 3 games for Toronto. Vladdy, I'm sure, is due for a dinger. Not due, but he will have a dinger. Springer dinger, okay?
You make me sick,
I'm
Tony.
sorry, dude. I think it's the Blue Jays. I think it's going to be kind of handily a little bit, to be honest. I say 6-3 Blue Jays over.
Just like that, your bittersweet Championship Series Game 7 frenzy.
Game
But
7.
with the sweetness goes away, we get the grid up.
Let's
Get another
go,
edition,
dude.
music back on. And I was doing a bunch of these over the weekend. Trying the basketball. I'm so bad at the basketball.
Try to do
but
basketball now, too?
Yeah. But I'm sure eventually I'll get to where I want to go.
I would think so.
I would think so.
Oh, let me make sure it's up there. Aha! Here we go.
Oh, and there we go.
Cubs Braves, Mark DeRosa.
Yeah.
1%,
Cubs,
dude.
Reds, Aroldis Chapman.
Okay, yeah, there we go. Aroldis Chapman, not to be confused with Matt.
Wow, was not expecting those numbers.
All right.
All right, well that puts a damper on things.
We could do Braves D-backs. We could do Luis Guillorme.
Yeah, do that.
And then you can do Pham for Padres D-backs.
Go ahead. Okay, Orioles and the Braves. Hold on. I think there's Javi Lopez, you think, or that'll be high too?
Javi Lopez, I'm sure, wouldn't.
Yeah, do Javi Lopez.
Let's do Javi Lopez.
Wrong Javi Lopez, I think. Definitely, because, yeah. It was probably Hobby. Yeah.
There it
They
is.
They let you run it
dudes.
through anyway. It doesn't matter.
Oh, I mean, at this point, right? Like, what the hell?
Okay, so
I mean, we could do the classic Rich Hill spot.
Padres, Cubs, Kimbrel,
Padres, yep.
and then do Hill after that.
Rich Hill. Wow, Kimbrel was really low.
Okay, and then Cincinnati and Arizona.
Brandon Drury played for the Diamondbacks, right?
Yeah. Yep. And then let's
Obviously.
see here for this Reds.
Did Jose Bautista ever play for the Reds? I don't think so.
Yeah, I'm not sure. No Soler, no Trumbo,
Reds
no
are
Josh
tough.
Hamilton, no Sammy Sosa, no Vlad, no Chuck Morton, Matt Harvey. Yeah, Matt Harvey. There you go.
Oh, wow. There we go. Zach Duke he had for the Reds D-backs.
So crazy. Like that's the only thing I get tight with the Immaculate Grid. Like it's like we had this.
Right,
Like,
right.
Let's add it up ourselves because that's the real score. So 35, 36, 38, 41, 48, 54, 55, 55.5. So it's not 153. It's 55.5. Get the football.
Get
up.
the football up, dudes.
Get the music up.
Get the music up. There it is, dude. Wow, Bucks Lions. Who would have thought?
Yeah.
They're really good with that, dude. The matchups.
They are.
The matchups, dudes.
Okay. So Super Bowl champ Bucks. If you could do Rob Johnson.
Rob Johnson.
Bless you.
Thank you. Rob Johnson.
Point
Point two, dude. There we go.
The Seattle Super Bowl. If you could do Michael Robinson.
Michael Robinson. Point three. Wow.
And then the
dudes.
Super Bowl champion for the Green Bay Packers. You could do Ryan Grant. RY. Yeah, that one.
2012?
Yep. Point four. Little gun shy after, right?
Yeah. Whoa.
Everybody take it easy.
Hey, now.
Texans, Bucks, OJ
Howard.
Howard. Talk about a bust. Okay, let's take another look at this here. So the Bucks, Lions. Just trying to think. Other than LeGarrette Blount, do LeGarrette Blount. He's 7%. That's fine. Okay, Texans, Seattle. Jeff, Lions, Bucks already did it. Lions and the Pack.
Lions, Packers.
Jamal Williams, but I don't know if that's going to be the.
He says Texans, Packers, Amon Green.
Yep, do that one.
Texans, Packers. 19.
There we go. All right.
Josh B's in it, dude.
Wait, hold on. I need to get this right because this is actually going to piss me off.
Get it right.
I had the wrong. I pulled the U. I had the wrong Jamal Williams.
Oh, really?
But it's 48%, so that was a blessing in disguise. Okay. Texans, Seattle, Philip Dorsett.
Philip Dorsett. %.
There we go.
Look at that little stash. He's got. Nice.
Kitna for Seattle and Detroit.
Kitna. John Kitna. Wow.
Okay, so
9.
I feel like we had a few of these. I feel like this is the fourth time I said Dorsett. Yeah, probably true, Josh. Honestly.
Lions, Packers.
Okay, so Jamal Williams was too high. I'm just trying to think about other quarterbacks, not Mark Brunell, not Mason Crosby, tight ends, not Bob Tonyan, Tony.
Bob
Not Dre
Tonyan?
Bly. I guess this is when I kind of like when we get one of those per.
Yeah, I
per
kind of
grid,
like that
right?
too. Yeah, it makes it interesting.
Yeah.
Ty Detmer
Is
says
that-
Josh B.
Well, he says question mark.
Yeah, like he's not sure. Let's see. Oh wow.
Is there a lot?
Oh, I'm just seeing quarterbacks. There's at least one you should know on here, I guess.
Okay, active, non-active. When did he play?
I guess non-active anymore. Let's see. Clicking in. Okay, so started with Green Bay 2019. Then went to Detroit 2021. Then Chicago in 22. Then the Jets in 23. Then Miami. Then Giants. Which really the Miami Jets should really kind of give it away, I feel.
Miami and Jets. Oh, Tim Boyle?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, just do that. That's gonna be well.
From Hartford.
Yeah. UConn.
6%, dude.
There we go. Nice. All right. So nice recovery grid. 46. Thank you, Josh.
Josh was also right, by the way.
Oh, with Detmer, yeah.
Ty Detmer was also up there.
Yeah.
And then he knew it. He's a Tim Boyle. It's definitely Tim Boyle. Yeah.
There we go, Josh. There
Tim
we
Boyle.
go.
Tim Boyle.
And here we go to the world of the National Hockey League.
Here he comes. McDavid shoots. Top shelf. He scores. Captain with the overtime winner. That's the middle. That's a world-class hit right here. Tomsky stepping. Rink Washington made the full split save. Are you kidding me? Turn. Side of the net. Between the legs and they score. Filthy. David Pasternak. The silver trophy to the Golden Knights.
All right. So, no, that is not a typo. The Rangers finally winning, finally scoring in Montreal, facing a 2-0 deficit. They outscored the Canadiens 4-1 to finish the game, including 3 goals in the third period. Artie Panarin with 4 points in this one. The Rangers pick up their third win, so to move to 3-3-1. Mika with his second on a power play, JT Miller his second goal, Matthew Robertson his first goal, Artie Panarin his first goal. Former Islander Noah Dobson made it 4-3 with 8:26 into the third, but the Rangers playing good defense. You had a Johnny Quick spot again. He played pretty well, 21 of 24. So good to get a win, good to score some goals. I didn't get a chance to catch this game. I feel like you probably didn't either, right?
No, I was kind of watching it on my phone a little bit.
Yeah.
So the highlights.
We talked about it.
Sleepy
Hollow.
Yes.
But good to win, right? I don't know.
Yeah, no, it was good to win. Obviously, seeing Panarin, seeing I was talking about your top 6 guys contributing: JT, Panarin, Zibanejad, all these guys in the score sheet last night. I think contributing to 10 shots on goal between those 3 players, something like that. That's what you want to see. You want to see your big guys getting going. And again, against a team like Montreal too. I mean, nothing to sneeze at. They have a good goaltender, they have a good coach, they have a good young roster. I forget the dude who scored, but we're talking like a first overall pick in 2022 for Canada. I forget the guy's name. Doesn't really matter. Yeah, for the Canadiens. Some fucking.
Okay, well, I mean, they only scored 2 goals, and one of them was, 3 goals, but one of them was from Dobson. But I'll find it.
So the other guy is some Czechoslovakian guy.
Hold on, that's my heritage, Czechoslovakian.
Is that right, dude?
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
I don't know what percentage.
But
you're talking about Jurjad Zavarowski.
Yeah, that's the guy.
Second
dude.
goal of the year.
Yeah, he's I want to say he's 24 years old, maybe. But watch out for that guy, dude. Watch out for the Canadiens in general, to be honest. So, listen, good win for the Rangers. But I mean, again, all eyes are going to be on tonight because I mean,
Right.
you're at home. It's Minnesota, and you haven't scored at the Garden yet, so you got to figure it out. Minnesota is also not, I would say, a team that's gotten off to a good start that they want.
We could beat Minnesota, but will we? I mean, will we score?
I hope
Will
so.
Kenny, or is he going to be a little tired from trying to think? He was in Arizona. I think he was Arizona for the Packers.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, he definitely got hammered after that game, no?
Probably, right?
Yeah. I don't know why. I just feel like he's just fucking hilarious.
Yeah, I guess.
What you don't say? I think you're not a Kenny guy.
I'm trying to be.
No, I understand the Rosen side of things, but is that why, or in general?
No, I think it was even before that, dude, because he would call the playoffs,
Right?
On
the radio,
yeah.
Or what do you?
He would do some games for
nationally.
TV. Yeah, national.
Okay.
National.
What is it though? Like, is there anything specific that you don't like, or 2022, by the way, was the first overall pick there.
Oh, for the Czechoslovakian guy. I don't know. I mean, it's not. I don't think it's his voice.
The accent.
I don't know. Maybe it is his voice a little bit. I don't know. Maybe it's just because I don't know. All those national guys, I'm always just like, oh, you're not like normally doing the games. It's just like,
well, he's our guy.
I know. Now he's supposed to be the guy.
So he's not the guy. You think this isn't the long-term thing? You think they're going to out him?
No, it probably will be a long-term thing.
Until Maloney goes to rehab?
I mean, Maloney's got to get the fuck out of there, dude. Like really, though. I mean, that guy is hammered. Like, he's got to be just like out there,
Yeah.
Like, fucking forget about it. But yeah, I mean, and listen, we'll see that. I'm trying to maintain a positive, open mind here with Kenny Albert. He's good. All right. But it's still, I mean, the wound is fresh. I definitely would have rather have seen LaGreca. I mean, that's factual. I will probably still say that. LaGreca's had some great calls, by the way, for the Devils this year.
You've heard some good ones?
Yeah. They did. Rick and Dave were even talking about it. Oh my God, dude. Yeah, so he's having a time of his life, which is nice. Nice to see him
good
happy.
For Don,
so it is good. It's great for Don. It's great for Don. All right. So, I really got tonight. I'll really, dial in to Kenny Albert.
Yeah. So we'll see. I doubt they'll have the volume on at the sports book. But nice to get the win, but got to follow it up tonight.
If they have like the Blue Jays volume on, like, are you like
going to Bow and Arrow?
Yeah. What's Bow and Arrow? Is Bow and Arrow? What's Bow and Arrow?
The place with the TVs where like there's tables around it and stuff. Not the sports book, but the other place.
I don't think I've ever been there. What's
I
the
think
place?
you walked by it.
Probably.
The sports book is like
the
book.
sports book. I know the sports book.
Yeah. So it's around the corner from there. There's
Yeah,
another area with TVs smaller. Bow and Arrow. That was the OG spot before they made the sports book. What were you saying?
What's the place where you got the mechanical bull with the girls dancing on the bar?
Is it the Comedy Club?
Is it the Comedy Club? I think you might be right, to be honest.
Yeah. No, that place gets popping. I've only been there like once when it was like busy, but I'm just I like the sports book, honestly. I want to watch the games.
You don't want to go on the mechanical bull?
Does everybody get their phone out and record it? Oh, it's crazy. He lasted 17 seconds. Who cares? Anyway, I was gonna mention this just because I'll be there tomorrow with Allen. All of a sudden, the Islanders.
Oh, that's right.
5-4 over Ottawa over the weekend, so they've won their last two. You got Schaefer up to 4 assists on the year, the former number one pick from this past year. Bo Horvat, the hat trick, had another goal in this game.
Oh wow.
And Anders Lee had
the
2 goals, including the game winners. So all of a sudden the Islanders playing good hockey. And it's a good matchup for me to see though, with Schaefer and Celebrini, 2 of the NHL's bright young stars. So I'm excited for that. Would love to go back for Rangers Islanders.
That would be sick.
Ticket prices go down. I think it's a Saturday game in December. That would be pretty good. So we'll see. But obviously the focus for tonight is on the Wild, and you'd imagine Shesterkin back between the pipes. Will the Rangers, Tony, score? No,
I thought you were gonna.
Will they score? Honestly, because they've not scored. We've not heard the goal song in Madison Square Garden in the regular season this season.
Yeah. So in 3 full games they've played. How many periods? 9 full periods of scoreless hockey at the Garden.
Kenny's talking about it pregame with Maloney.
Yeah. I swear to God, if Kenny does
How do you score?
If Kenny does it's been 9 periods.
He's gonna do it, dude. He's gonna do it. He's definitely gonna do it.
Yes, dude, they're gonna score. They're gonna score. I know it's like, well, you said that first 2, get the third game and they're gonna score tonight, dude. They're gonna win this game, all right? It's got to happen. It's bound to happen. It's due. Like I said, the last game, top 6 guys, adding a lot, to the game in terms of offense and points on the board. And not to mention, I mean, the games we've watched prior to that, it was the 3rd and 4th line that was contributing the most. Adam Fox is getting up with the assists already. I think he had 1 on Saturday. So it's like if you just take those 2 things that you've showed now and put them together, you'll have like 4 lines of forwards doing a great job. You'll have solid defense, just starting with some lockdown goaltending. I think it sets you up real nicely, to hopefully score and win the game here. Obviously, Minnesota talented. I want to say I think this is like the 4th game of their 5-game road tour, whatever, and they've lost their first 3.
And they've lost 4 or 5.
And they've lost 4 out of 5. So I mean that signs over there pointing to they're in a little bit of a schneid. You can pick this up here. So I mean I kind of enjoy that.
3rd game in 4 nights.
3rd game in 4 nights. Yeah, exactly. It's a tough road schedule right now. Then they have the Devils tomorrow, or maybe 2 days. Or maybe it's a day off. I guess it doesn't matter. Because they have the Rangers tonight. And I will say, if I had to say like a key player to the game, I'm going to say it's like an Adam Fox guy. Because I feel like one thing Rangers have been doing well is moving the puck out of their own zone. They're getting caught up a lot. That's because their D-men, I don't know, they aren't moving the puck very much. They're not spreading the puck, spreading the ice. So give me like an Adam Fox like goal and like 2 assists tonight, dude. He's gonna be like jacked up.
He's gonna set a career high in goals.
I hope so. What is his career high? 12?
20? 20? No, not 20. What am I talking about? It probably is 12. Let me actually look.
I don't know. I don't know. Could be wrong. Could be more. Could be less.
17.
There we go. All right. So yeah, why not, dude? Why can't he? Who's to say he can't do that, Brian? Who are we to say that? Nobody's. So I feel pretty good. I feel good.
I think JT Miller scores as well. First Madison Square Garden goal as the captain.
Mm-hmm.
I think that happens.
I like that. I like that a lot.
So win this game. I mean, that's it. And let's see. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 games.
That's right. Monday.
So
I think you start. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
We both went 1 and 5, by the way.
And I guess we'll both just pick the last game. Whatever
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's only 5 games. Or what did we do? Didn't we do a 2 and 2? So yeah, we can
just do 2 and 2. Yeah, just do 2 and 2. Makes it easier.
Yeah. All right.
So strike up the music. A Monday edition of an NHL Frenzy, which is brought to you by Adam and the fellas at the Hirsch Law Firm. And we go to Madison Square Garden. Kenny Albert, Dave Maloney on the call. Will the Rangers score? I mean, they have to, right? I mean, they have to.
They have to.
It feels like they're going to score 5. It feels like Shesterkin will shut out the Wilds. I think this is a dominant performance. Everyone going nuts, hammered, beer chugs, the goal song. Rangers in the under, and definitely give me JT Miller for not 1 but 2 points. Rangers in the under.
Rags under. All right. Some tough matchups, dude. I mean, I guess I'm gonna try to go with let's go with the late game, 9:30 p.m. Pick a favorite here. Why not? Jets on the road in Calgary. Battle of Canada. Flames 1-5 on the season. They are also winless at home, and they're going to remain that way. Jets 4-1, have not lost on the road, looking to make it 5 in a row here. They've been pretty diabolical, actually. Looks like, what is that, 17? The last 4 games, they've outscored their opponents 17-7. That could be the score tonight. No, it probably won't be. Connor Hellebuyck, though, I say first shutout of the season. Jets win this game. Kyle Connor maybe with 2 goals, 1 on the power play, one shorthanded. How about that, dude? Jets go on to win this game. I would say 5-0 Jets under game 2, Brian.
All right. So number two, I am going to go with the Golden Knights. The Hurricanes are 5-0, great story. The Knights are 4-2, 2-1 at home. This is a pick'em game, but the Knights always put on a good show in Las Vegas, and the Hurricanes are not going to go undefeated. They're going to be a great team, and could maybe they finally get over the hump and get to a conference final, a Stanley Cup final. But I think for this game, I think the Knights hold it down. I think more of a defensive game here. They win 3-2. Who else? Jack Eichel, 15 points in 6 games. I think
That's
he's
sick.
got 2 goals and an assist, and the Knights win 3-2. Knights in the under.
Oh, Knights in the under. All right, second game, last game here. I guess we'll go to the Xfinity Mobile Arena. When did that stop being Wells Fargo? Am I crazy?
This year.
That sucks.
Yeah.
That's that kind of sucks a little bit. It kind of hit me a little. Oh man, dude. All right, Flyers here -130. Over/unders 5.5 here. The Seattle Kraken, dare I say, has not had a regular season loss this season, Brian. Tonight, they'll be given their first. Sean Couturier, hat trick, dude. 3 goals, leading the team with 5 points. Forgot that the Flyers have Owen Tippett as well, the guy who came over from, I believe, Buffalo? I think it was Buffalo.
Yes.
And then Trevor Zegras as well, pretty solid. Let's go, dude. Joey Decord, maybe even pulled after 2, maybe even see Grubauer there. Vladar getting the start, I guess, for the Flyers. 24 of 26 for him. Flyers win this one. I'm going to say 5-2. Flyers over.
All right. Just like that, your NHL frenzy. So obviously the important thing, the priority here, the Rangers getting the job done tonight. Full confidence in them. We'll see what happens. And then just on the way out, a little college football like we always do on Mondays and Fridays. Speaking of Fridays, Louisville with the upset of number 2 Miami. Carson Beck, 4 picks for the Hurricanes. So Louisville, Jeff Brom, the upset 24-21. And PJ Fleck rowing the boat in Minnesota there, 24-6. So Matt Rule finally gets Nebraska ranked in a big spot. And they lose pretty handily there. The number 1 team in the nation remains that way. Ohio State 34-0 in Wisconsin. Julian Sayin, filling in, or not filling in, but replacing Will Howard, the national championship quarterback from last season. 19 touchdowns this year, 3 picks, says he looks to be one of the Heisman favorites early on. Indiana off the big win off Oregon, trampling Michigan State 38-13. Mendoza, and I believe that is it Francisco? I always say Fernando is supposed to be one of the top quarterbacks drafted, and it could be a Jet. I think someone had him going to the Jets. I heard that over the weekend, but 21 touchdowns, 2 picks. So they continue the momentum there. What a job Kurt Signetti has done. He just signed that contract extension. A&M hangs on against Arkansas 45-42. Reed with 3 touchdowns, 280 through the air. Georgia Ole Miss was a classic, but Gunnar Stockton leading the Dogs to a 43-35 victory there. We saw Alabama 37-20 over Tennessee. So Alabama, after that embarrassing loss to Florida State, they've really fallen back into title contenders here. Playing a big game, and Tyler Simpson's done very well there for Alabama. Texas Tech upset by Arizona State 26-22. Number 7 going down on the road. That was surprising. Their first loss of the year. Oregon, you'd expect nothing less at Rutgers, 56-10. Dante Moore, another guy who could be a top 10 pick, top 5 pick even, 294 touchdowns. So Dan Lanning in Oregon moving past a disappointing loss to Indiana. Vanderbilt beat LSU, so Brian Kelly loses yet another big game. Nussmeier was good for LSU, 2 touchdowns. But Diego Pavia leading Vanderbilt to the win there. He had 86 yards on the ground and 2 touchdowns. So the versatile quarterback doing his job. Duke going down to Georgia Tech, 27-18. Georgia Tech 7-0. Disappointed in this one. My my Trojans falling short there in South Bend to the Fighting Irish, 34-24. Jaden Maeva, despite an 88.1 quarterback rating, throws 2 picks. And Julian Love, 228 yards on the ground, widely expected to be one of the top running backs in the draft. Notre Dame, after 2 straight losses to start the season, 5 straight wins as they look to return to the college football playoff. Oklahoma hoping to stay in that conversation, 26-7 over South Carolina. Mater, only 150 in a score, but Blaylock ran for 101 yards on the ground. You had, I forgot what the name of this rivalry is, but the BYU Utah, Brigham Young,
Mormon,
some type of war they call it. I forgot exactly, but 24-21. So BYU 7-0. Disappointing loss there for Utah and Kyle Whittingham. But they had a good game. Martin, the running back, 122 on the ground. Mizzou beats Auburn 23-17 in overtime there. We saw Virginia 6-1 now, 22-20 over Washington State.
Holy War.
There we go. South Florida 48-13 have really rolled since that early win over Florida, who I think fired Billy Napier. Could you look if that actually happened? Because I thought I saw a report about that, but it definitely did. But the Florida head coach, I think, canned. Yes,
fired.
You knew after all those losses piling up. But great job for South Florida there. They're number 19 in climbing. Texas hangs on against Kentucky. That would have been a bad loss. Arch Manning and the boys now 5-2 after winning in overtime 16-13. So that defense holding true. UAB, Trent Dilfer out the door. They beat Memphis, number 22. So the upset 31-24. And then last game of the night, Oklahoma State, not exactly life after firing Mike Gundy 49-17. And Oklahoma State now 1-6 on the season. So that was it for week 8 of college football. And just taking a look at what we have to look forward to this week in terms of the top 25. Indiana, UCLA, 3 straight wins after 4 straight losses, interim coach, all of that. And you have Georgia Tech, Syracuse, Ole Miss, Oklahoma. That should be a good one. Oklahoma 4.5-point home favorites there. Chapel Bill has been a disaster. They're hosting Virginia. They're 10.5-point dogs. South Florida, Memphis. That should be good. USF 3.5-point road favorites. Alabama, South Carolina should be a blowout. Mizzou, Vandy should be good. Vandy 2.5-point favorites here. It's crazy seeing them number 10. They've been such a dormant for so long. BYU, Iowa State should be a good one. Iowa State actually favored in that one at home, despite being unranked against number 11 BYU. Washington, 4.5-point home favorites over Illinois. Texas Tech looking to rebound after that loss, 38.5-point favorites over Oklahoma State. That should be a breeze. Cincinnati, 5.5-point favorites over Baylor. Texas looking to rebound after that embarrassing win there against Kentucky. They're 6.5-point road favorites at Mississippi State. Oregon, Wisconsin should be a blowout. Miami, Stanford should be a blowout. LSU, Texas A&M should be good. LSU will be unranked if they don't win this one at home. Texas A&M 2.5-point favorites. Louisville, Boston College should be a blowout. Michigan State, you would think would be a blowout. Never know. Rivalry games. Michigan State over 2 touchdown favorites in East Lansing. Tennessee, Kentucky, 9.5-point favorites. And then finally, Arizona State, now number 24, 5-2, hosting Houston. They're 8.5-point favorites. That should be good. And also, definitely a shout out. I just want to make sure before I actually say this, I'm going to just make sure that I have this right here. So we go to the Independents. Okay. So you can 5-2 at Rice. So definitely an opportunity here for Fagiano, who's actually done a nice job. For Jim Moore there, Joe Fagiano or Fagnano, maybe it's Fagnano, from Williamsport, PA. So I'm guessing he's a Little League World Series fan. 15 touchdowns, no picks for UConn. I'm just saying, football Stores is known not for the gridiron but the hardwood. So Tim Boyle, as well as Dan Orlovsky. Yep. God, that's where it ends. But that's all we had. Oh, besides Bank of Utah, or I don't know, is it Bank of Utah? I think
Black
that's
Desert. What?
Black Desert. They did announce the field.
Okay.
There's a couple names that I just wanted to mention, but I was looking for that on Friday. Was going to text you, but figured at that point, you had a couple Peronis
The Peronis.
But Bank of
dude.
Utah Championship. And let's see. So going by golf ranking, Alex Noren, Maverick McNeely, Kurt Kitayama, Billy Horschel, Jason Day, Ryan Gerard, Matt McCarthy, Pat Geeter, Tony,
Oh, gosh.
Matt Wallace, Christian Bezenho, Kevin Yu, Davis Thompson, Michael Thor Bjornsson, Tom Hoagie, Sahith Thagala, Stephen Yeager, Emiliano Grillo, Stephen Fisk, Mac Meisner, and Joe Highsmith. And you ask, where are the other top 100 golfers? That is it. But we do have some guys that have done some good things before. Maybe early look here. Maybe Pat Geeter gets it done. But we'll talk about that on Wednesday. But what a show today, huh?
I would say so, dude. Absolute marathon, man. Like,
Yeah,
oh my God, dude.
every
All the sports,
sport,
dude.
yeah.
Every major sport. And some big games tonight, dude, with a lot of juice around.
Yes, tons of juice. So a big show coming up tomorrow. But thank you for everyone today for tuning in and continuing to comment, like, and subscribe. All of the archives on the YouTube page, Tony, Michael, Renee, and Jay and Costume, the merch at downtimetv.com. Want everybody to enjoy the day, enjoy the games, and we will see you. Let's go Rangers! Let's go Rangers!
Hey guys, Tony here from Downtime TV checking in. I want to thank all our fans out there who's been liking, subscribing, sharing our content. You guys are the best. You guys are our bloodline. You make us love what we do. Thanks again.